Okay, so here we're going to do the following in the second lesson of the unit called Financial Matters. Okay, we're going to do some grammar close up. Okay, and the homework is going to be related with the same. So, first of all, what is the idea of this? You have to read the interview responses, okay, and you have to pay attention to the featured grammar. That those are phrases and sentences that have been underlined, okay, that are related with the grammar issues that we're going to work on in this lesson, okay. So you're going to read and listen at the same time. Remember that I always upload this, okay, so you can have it, right? And we are going to analyze these grammatical features, okay. So here we go.
Tell us about your short-term and long-term financial goals and plans.
I just hate owing money to anyone, but my college expenses have been astronomical. I had to take out a pretty big loan and now I'm in debt. So here's my idea. By this time next year, I'll have graduated. My immediate plan is to find a job and put away 10% of my paycheck every month, which I'll use to begin paying off the loan month by month. After 4 or 5 years, I expect to have gotten a raise so I can pay back more each month. My long-term goal? I hope to have paid back all the money I owed by the time I turn 30. Sam Lane, 21, Atlanta, USA.
I've decided on a long-term goal for myself to buy my own apartment by the time I'm 30. I'll need to have saved up a bunch of money to make that happen. I get a good salary and I'm financially independent, but I love having nice things, and I've had a hard time sticking to a budget, and saving is hard. So I've made up my mind to seriously cut back on spending and start saving. In a year or two, if I stay disciplined, I hope to have saved up enough for the down payment on the apartment and always have enough money in the bank to make the monthly mortgage payments. Wish me luck. Nina Leiva, 25, Tegucigalpa, Honduras.
Okay, interesting, isn't it? Okay, short and long-term financial goals and plan. Right, okay, so let's analyze this a little bit. So, relating to your personal experience, have you ever cut back on your spending in order to buy something you wanted? Tell your partner. Okay, so have you ever cut back on some of your spending? You want like eagerly to buy something and you like work for that? 2, are you financially independent? Okay, these are like tire questions, so pay attention. Are you financially independent? If not, when do you expect to be? Of course, I mean, we are all workers here, so we can say that we are financially independent. So how can you argument that? Okay, so that's the idea in TAE. You have to give arguments. Number 3, do you have anything in common with these people that were explaining things? Okay, so these are typical questions that can be asked in a test. So imagine, how would you answer to these questions? Okay, so you can develop a speech, you can develop your own ideas. Okay, so then if, for example, you need to answer something related with this in the TAE test, then you know what to do it, how to do it, okay, and what to say. Okay, grammar. Okay, complete the future actions and plans. The future perfect and perfect infinitive, okay? Futuro perfecto y infinitivos perfectos. Use the future perfect to indicate that an action will be completed by a specific time in the future. It's common to state that the particular time somewhere in the sentence. For example, from the future perfect will have or won't have plus past participle. You can contract the will. Example. By this time next year, Bart will have saved enough money for a down payment on a car. So he will have saved enough, okay, for a down payment on a car. So, in Spanish, en esta fecha el próximo año él habrá ahorrado. That is the idea, okay? Right. If I stick to a strict budget for the next 6 months, I'll have put away enough money for a trip to Europe. They won't have finished their studies before 2025. Okay? Atención con este verbo que va en participio. Todo va en participio. Will you have paid off your student loans by the time you get married? ¿Ya habrás pagado tus préstamos de estudiante de crédito universitario cuando te casas? Yes, I will. No, I won't. Which short-term goals will they have achieved by the end of the year? Use a perfect infinitive after hope, expect, intend, or plan to indicate that an action will or might take place before a specified time in the future. Form the perfect infinitive with to have or past participle. Decimos, by the time next year, I plan to have saved. Yo planeo haber ahorrado enough to cash to buy a car. They intend to have paid off their mortgage in 15 years. Ellas tienen la intención de haber pagado su dividendo en 15 años. Do you expect to have put enough money in the bank to make your car payment this month? Note, common statements of time with the future perfect. Before, after, una fecha. On, by, a day. By the time, I live. In the next 2, 3, 4 years. Okay? Good. Right, okay. So this is the grammar part. So now we're going to do activities. Okay, in the second video, we are going to do activities related with the grammar that we have already checked.